What's going on, guys? Welcome to class. Getting ready to get started. Hope everybody's week is starting out well and everybody's last week was good. Of course, we always start off with the old sound check. Beta people always will have the discounted price. Awesome, you can hear me. And there's going to be other things. You guys get 2 bots instead of 1. SSS is coming. We're going to do an official announcement. You know, it'll be all of us, not just me. So we're organizing the win, so no worries there. I know it's hard to be patient for it, believe me. It's been hard for me too. It will be worth it. Let me see, I might turn the sound down. Well, can you get it early? Yeah, man, only you. No one else. Just DM me. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. There's a few people running a test on it right now, but they're definitely like not just Discord members. They're like admin. They're on the team. They've been helping with the building and stuff. So Jason's been a huge help in, you know, getting all this together as well. So we appreciate him and all his hard work. And there's all kinds of stuff. So we don't, I think I understand your question. We don't run signals. We just run like, you know, like we're gonna have this demo community trading bot that'll be included for you guys, and there's gonna be extra benefits as we go down the road too for beta testers. So you guys kind of always get a little extra. So it'll be worth it. Yes, actually it will all be released at the same time. That's correct. It sure will. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me live. Thank you. A lot of times I don't try to pronounce your all's names. I'm like, it's just not my skill set. I see Aaron and I'm like, hey, what's up, Aaron? You know, I will butcher Steve. You know, someone's name could be Mike and I'd butcher it. So good reading comprehension, just not good enunciation. I'm not an enunciator. Yeah, a sneak peek, of course. Yeah, you know, buys and sells. It's pretty cool. So today's class I'm gonna go over indicators. We did algorithmic trading. I'm gonna do a short review on that. Let me go ahead and turn the music down a little bit. I'll turn it down for myself. How is it for you guys actually? Yep, I'm gonna go down with the I'm gonna go over the Borf switch indicator. It's a very small change, so it's not like this big thing, but I will try and make sure we give you guys access. If you don't have access, it should just be free. You know, we don't, you know. So, a Dolores autograph? Oh, man. Yeah, see? Yeah, exactly. Yike bitten, you know. Butchered his name the first time. It's just not my skill set. So I do read y'all's comments. I see y'all's names. I look at your pictures more than anything. I should be like, hey, you yellow dude with the yellow background, and I think you got a BB gun, you know. Music level's fine. All right, I just want to make sure it's not blaring over me too much for the class. I have like separate controls for how loud it is for you and then how loud it is for me, so. Yeah, nerd stuff, exactly. I will continue to butcher y'all's name. I mean, my one of my closest bot builders, Mike, you guys have maybe seen him around. He's like in the shadows, but he's a bot ninja. So we got other people, you know. A4 Woody's a bot ninja. There's, I don't even want to start. There's so many. There's so many bot ninjas out there. Sometimes I'm like, you know, I think y'all are better than me at it than. All right, so I got my VPN running. Looks like we've got nice, smooth sailing internet here. I'm only on a 33% load. Looks like that's running good. I say we get this started. Drop this chat, and then I'm gonna organize my screen just a little bit. I gotta send a Discord message real fast. All right, there we go. Gotta talk to Southpaw. We're gonna be, you know, I'm gonna figure that out. I mean, can we copy trade people? 100%. You know, I'm gonna kind of figure out how we're gonna do like community built bots, and you know, if we have someone who's in the, you know, who wants to provide, you know, some paper trading, you know, education, copy paper trading kind of stuff. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. All that stuff has to be organized, has to be done right. Yeah. Tom's like a double bot ninja. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna say hopefully I don't get distracted, but that's the name. That's the name of the game for me. Got the music. Got the Discord. I'm really looking at the YouTube chat just so you guys know. And let's do this. Oh, I love that intro. It's so awesome. Uh-oh, you guys can see your own chat. Scooch on over. There we go. Gotta share the real estate on the screen, you know what I'm saying? It's hogging all the real estate here. All right, so today it's going to be a little bit simpler of a class, but I think it's going to be really important. We kind of did a overview of algorithmic trading. We went into it a little bit last week, well, the week before. And oh, I forgot. Oh yeah. I was like, why didn't we do this last week? But yeah, I was in a IT summit, so learning some good stuff. So we went over algorithmic trading, and it basically allowed you to build a complex strategy that you can execute trading orders using, you know, automation and pre-programmed trading instructions for different variables. So this is what I feel is like the most powerful tool that we have, right, with this bot, is we can look at and consider multiple time frames to make a decision, right, when we're not there. And this is what has been most powerful for me in my trading. And I'm even going to go over what really I've been the most successful at. So, you know, want to go over that kind of stuff. So that's really what algorithmic trading is. It is setting up, you know, in a sense, almost like if-and statements. You know, if there's a bullish divergence, if the money flows green, if the money flows moving up, if there's a, you know, a 4-hour big boy green dot, you know, we take the trade, right? And this is really where it becomes super, super, super powerful. Now, a lot of people get lost in this because it's kind of like, you know, giving you a Lego set, right? But instead of like buying you the $100 set with instructions, like obviously we're building instructions and, you know, we're trying to help you guys out, and but it's also like taking you to the Lego factory and just like taking you out back and just dumping, you know, like 50 truckloads in front of you and go build something, you know, just because there's just infinite things you could do, almost, it feels like. So I want to spend a little bit time today talking about some of the indicators, how they can be used, you know, some strategies that you could consider taking, that you could add to even like JSON levels, that you could add to, you know, like your current algo bots that you guys are trying to build, and maybe something will stand out in your mind. Through this today, I'm going to be sharing like what goes into the SSS bot, because the SSS bot is kind of 100% evolving, and there's actually other aspects that are going into it, and you guys will understand that when we release it, and you'll understand what I mean. I'm not going to be like, oh, this is what we do, but in today's, you know, I'll be talking about a lot of the strategies that get implemented for that. So what I would like to go over first, sorry, Market Cipher, step aside, is I want to go over Borf Switch B. So I am not a Pine scripter, but I am a back tester. I am a bot builder. You know, I'm a trader. You know, that's what I do. You know, I also do systems and network, you know, but this is my skill set. So I am not going to teach Pine script. Okay. Maybe I can get Borf Switch, you know, maybe one day to like do a little video on Pine scripting, but I know that I think there's just a lot of, if you really want to understand Pine script, you can go out to YouTube and search some videos. And, you know, actually I'm going to be doing that soon, because I'm realizing no matter how much I run away from it, I'm just probably got to learn at least enough. But this was coded by Borf Switch, and what this specific indicator does, this is the indicator that is fed into our database for momentum. Okay, so if you go to confirmations, excuse me, confirmations value, and we look at all of this is fed from Borf Switch B. Okay, which is basically only momentum. That's why it's kind of clear. It doesn't have as much information as Market Cipher, but it is specific. And it's specific because of the way it was actually built for the way I trade, right? Which was built off of the way Jay trades, okay? So we get our line. We know we're trading up here, which actually I'm pretty sure this was a level, and I think it was a level Jay shorted that I missed out on. Bums. But that's because I was just doing other stuff. Okay. And at this moment, Borf Switch B would have taken shorts in this area, right? Not in here. This was not close enough, okay, for an actual to consider that a divergence. So actually, I'm sorry. I think this was the trade I was thinking of. I think I caught it on OPU on a different coin. Anyway, this one right here. I could be wrong. I don't know. Sorry about that. I don't remember. But anyway, if we look right here, okay, Borf Switch B is saying, here's all the momentum. It comes up. Right here, it starts to see this as a bearish sign, okay? So during this time, if you're looking to short, the bot would fire because of these red triangles. And all the red triangles are there for is for visually for you to understand that, hey, the bot would have taken a short there. Not that you want to, but that it would have if you had said, hey, is bearish momentum true? Yes or no? It would have said yes because of those red triangles. It's just a visual, okay? So we are building a new version that's actually gonna consider price and momentum, and it's only gonna be for divs. So hats off to NC Benton for that. Now, you want to talk about someone who can pine script? That's the man who can pine script. Maybe I need to have him on. We can do an overview of pine script one time, but anyway. So yes, coming up in here, the bot would have shorted all of this area because momentum is coming down, okay? And yes, the price is coming up, okay? Does Board Switch B monitor the price? No, it does not. The new version will in the future, but it does not. The logic is we are coming up to my trade, which is sitting here, okay? And when it hits my trade says, whoa, whoa, hey, hey, hey. Is the momentum bearish? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, I'll take the trade. All right, that's how we use it. Now, what's nice is you can do this on multiple time frames. You can decide, hey, I only want to take trades if the 1 hour and the 12-minute, right? Let's say this was your trade right here. Here, let's just do a little circle. Boop. There we go. This is seriously most of my trades. Like this, if you guys really want to know how I you know, make paper, this is it. This is how I grow my paper account. This is one of the strongest ways. Of course, there's algo trading and it's amazing, and wow, it works. I think this I can, you know, monitor a little bit more, so I can, you know, throw a little bit extra paper at it, you know, and it's not trading at 3 a.m. while I'm asleep. But anyway, so I could be like, hey, Morph Switch B, should I take this trade I'm hitting? Wow, that was a serious. Oh, I remember this wick. I did not have a trade here. All right, moving on. Now that I've said that, I think I was over here. Whatever, we're not talking about my trades. We're just talking about taking a hit, right? Like, boom. Okay. So I'm just gonna like move over here. So we come up, price, momentum. We come up again. We hit the area that I'm looking to trade. I look at the momentum. It's coming down. Okay. There was a short period where momentum had bottomed out, so it would have not said this is bearish, right? I don't want to take a trade when the momentum is like cranking down. Like if we're down here, I'm not interested in shorting. I want to short when, you know, when we're up here. Okay, when we're above, somewhere in the 50, above 60 range up in here, that's where I want to take my shorts. Okay. So that's how the Morph Switch B. Now the changes I made to it, which I really felt it was just a little bit more accurate. I think potentially you might take less trades, so just take that for what it's worth. But I think it would be a little bit more accurate for the type of trading I do with it, and for the type of trading that, you know, we recommend people use for it. But you can do whatever you want with it. It's just, you know, it's just an indicator. It was at 25 and then -25, and I changed it to -10 and 10. Okay, so what that means, woof woof, if I take a trend line, it used to go all the way to -25 before it stopped calling it bearish. Now at 10, it calls it no more bearish. Okay, we're done. We're done. I'm not taking a trade. The momentum has to be up here for me to take a trade, at least in this area. It starts creeping down here, no, I'm just gonna wait. Okay, and one of the reasons why this is so powerful to me, and the reason why I felt like I could do this now, is because of the retry. Okay, we're gonna go over that today too, on your scripts and how you can retry stuff. Okay, so as you see, price came up, hit the level, it's looking back, it's saying bearish, okay, in this area. And so the bot would know, like, hey, we just came up to hit your price, but momentum is like coming down. So there you go. Okay, and also Morph Switch B does measure the flatness, okay, So to explain that, let me find two mountain peaks like this over here. Okay. This is at a slight angle. Okay. So you could say that, you know, like if this one was just a little taller, right? This one's just a little bit lower. We're not going to call that bearish until it's at a certain degree. I think it's 10 degrees. Or anyway, we have it in here. I was looking at it earlier today. Someone wrote it up. Let's see. Ha. Okay. So it looks 50 bars back. That's an important thing. And these are the time frames it's available on: the 1 to 3, the 6 to 12, the 24, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour. And true and false. So we were just talking about that on how it works. And okay, that's the money flow. So I'll have to look into the actual because there is a slope rating on it. Yeah, honestly, sometimes I just take this stuff for granted because it's already programmed in. Aha, min difference. Okay, so that's right there. Sorry about the puppy. She's really a sweetie, but this is the time of night she gets a little hyper, wants to play. So it has to kind of be like, you know, I think it's 10 different between the two bars, and then it's also got to be just at a little bit of a slope. So that's how dwarf switch B works. You can change these settings, guys. You can come in here and be like, you know what? Now, all right, so I do want to clarify one thing. If you're going to use the built-in confirmations, okay, you're getting my settings, okay, which my settings are -10 and 10, and I have that in dwarf switch B indicator, or like the channel on Discord. It's there for that. So there we go. And so you're going to use mine. Now, if you want to set your own, you can build your own confirmations. You can send them into the database. You could change this to like 45, and you could change this to -45, and it'll probably go absolutely insane. Boop. Oh, it would barely trade. You would need, like, you know, these are the only sections that it would trade. Okay. So if you went like 40 and then -45, it's gonna be crazy, right? You're gonna take trades all over the place, and that's how it's gonna measure the momentum and stuff. So let's see, -10 and 10. So there you go. Oh, where's my brain? There it is. Remove drawings. Okay. So that would be dwarf switch B. Okay. I use that thing all over the place. Like that almost every bot I've ever built, every trade I've ever taken, I am considering momentum. Okay. So that's just really important to me. The other one that we use, if you guys don't have Market Cipher, I really do recommend it. Dwarf switch B is just really just momentum. I mean, as you see it, the momentum does move with Market Cipher. Roughly momentum's the same. But man, like, just to say Market Cipher is a momentum indicator would just like, no, there's so much more involved. It's insane. And before I move on, I just want to check. I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, Casper is live. You guys can totally just go over there. That's totally cool with me. This will be recorded, of course, and you guys will be able to come back. And Nick Benton says, ask me about Pine Script. Borf switch D is on its way. Borf switch div. I love it. It's awesome. Yes, I still set levels 100%. I trade at levels. Struggling to find the Borf switch indicator. It's in our Discord. I'll just show you where it is. If you go to the Discord, and you can go down to CFB indicators. It's in here. It's right here. So I tried to share this out. Let me know if it works. I mean, it works for me, but I'm the one who, it's under my account, so of course it's going to work for me, but let me know if it doesn't. So here we go. Be right back, guys. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. I'm back. All right, so yes, let's go over. We went over Borf switch B, which I will probably always use, and then we'll also have a version Borf switch D, which is being worked on, which will really help with algo trading. And so now I want to go over Market Cipher. We have some alerts you guys can use for different things like money flow and stuff like that. But you guys can come in here and you have indicators. You can set up alerts on Market Cipher B, completely custom to the way you like them. The way we do them is the money flow. Money flow is measured 5 bars back. Okay, so if you look here, you see that. Okay, yeah, and then you look here, you can see this money flow is considered to be moving up. Kind of came down, had a little bit of a dip, and now it's moving up. Okay, so it measures 5 bars back. So like here, it kind of smooths it off. It shows that the money flow is moving up. So when you guys are in here and you have like 6-minute money flow, and we can see if money flow is moving up or down on different coins. So these are all built in. You guys can set up your own indicators if you like certain things better. And so that's the actual money flow, right? So the other one that we use a lot, especially for algo trading, which is just the good old EMA, man. So I have a few set up on this. Oh, you're not going to tell me which one, right? So I'm assuming 20, 50, 100, 200. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So for me, right, like if I'm algo trading specifically, right? Okay, I'm not looking to short anything in here, okay? There might be a few trades that I'll take for shorts here and there, but I'm not looking for some massive short in this area. So my bots really would be looking for longs, okay? So, but really on the 1 hour, sorry. Let's just go to the time frame that I use it on a lot. So remove drawings. So if I'm above this 1 hour 200 EMA, man, I'm hunting me some longs, okay? The other thing that I like to do for this is to make sure that, because like all of this, like you could almost bot any of this and you're just gonna this is great. This is all longs. This is fantastic. But it's this backside you got to filter out. Okay. So a lot of times I do that with money flow. You see how money flow came up and then money flow came down. Okay. So that's just something to consider. You know, it's something you can put in to your bots to make sure. You can add it as a confirmation. You know, if money flow is like cranking down, maybe you don't want to take a long. Okay. So just different things like that. And so that's the EMA. So money flow coming down. Money flow might have been seen like it was going up at this point for a little bit, but it definitely would have come back down. So let's go check this out, right? Okay, so let's say we're doing money flow on the 1 hour. Okay, so let me move in here a little bit. All right, and we're gonna go, let's do 5 bars. So here's one, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, roughly. So what's going to happen here is it is going to totally be right here, and it's going to measure to there. Okay, and it's going to see that as money flow moving up, moving up, moving up, and as it gets over here, it's going to start trading off, right? It's going to start leveling. As it moves down, it's going to go, okay, so money flow is starting to move down. Okay, as it moves over here to this peak, we're definitely coming down now. Okay, so that's how the money flow goes. It measures 5 bars consistently, but it basically just keeps coming. It keeps following the money flow. So the only place it gets a little iffy, honestly, is, you know, when we start like ranging in here, you know, where the money flow is just kind of flat. But, you know, you just do the best you can, you know, see if it's coming up or down. So and that would be money flow there. You can set up your own confirmations if you prefer to have money flow looking back 10, 12 bars, you know, different things like that. So absolutely, we have this available like public for 1, 3, 6, 12, 24, 1 hour 4. Okay, so here you go. You can choose if the money flow is moving up or down. We have several coins. I even have a video explaining it. I probably need to update the board switch video, but so here's the 200 EMA. So here you go, price action above the 200 EMA, we're starting to look for longs. Price action below, we're looking for shorts. Okay, just doing our best to move with the trend. The trend is your friend, and trade it to the end. I don't remember where I heard that, but there you go. Price action below. So some of the I would definitely say some of the sauce would be indicators would definitely be considering red and green money flow. Okay, that's how I filter a lot of trades. I know money flow is moving up ish in here, and a lot of times, yes, I'm entering trades down here. But I probably don't want my bots hunting down here yet. You know, depends on what kind of bot I'm building. But as money flow is either starting to really move up, or it's actually turned green, okay, that's when I would start really considering to hunt longs. And then I would shut it off, okay, when money flow turns red. All right, so we have some of that as well. Yep, here it is, boom. So when the money flow is green, it would be considered a confirmation to go long. When it's red, it'd be a confirmation to go short. You know, but these are up to you. You know, some people might want to trade when the money flow is red because they're hunting reversals. They really want, you know, they're hunting like this you know, this divergence right here, and they're hunting this, and then they're looking for like, you know, huge VWAP acceleration. You know, like there's all kinds of stuff you could do, right? Your trend is your friend until it bends and you get liquidated sends. Yeah, that's That's hilarious. That's so true. Stop hunts are real. Liquidation hunts are real. That's all I gotta say about that. I've done enough market playing around that, you know, yeah, for sure. So this would be a nice run up right here, you know. So basically, some of the bots I've built, you know, like you guys could pay attention to this, could definitely, you know, like we came above the 200 and money flows freshly green. Okay. What I'm looking for now is I'm hunting longs, man. I'm hunting me some longs. All in this area. Soon as we turn red, I'm done hunting. I'm done hunting. I'm not looking for longs anymore. You know, it kind of helps me. It kind of keeps me out of some of this down here. And it kind of waits for like the shakeouts and reversals and then kind of puts me back in, you know, as we're going back up. And then, you know, the EMA is also a confirmation as well, so. Ah, Crypto Face, is that who says it? I knew I heard it somewhere. Possibly Kurt Champions or something too, I'm not sure. So a lot of Trade Pro, I don't know. But so these are the kind of things that, in my experience with algo trading, right, this would be really important to me. This EMA or a EMA, you need to figure out what's going to be best for yours, right? All right, and money flow to me is very important. Okay, so there's a lot of indicators out there. There's money flow index, there's CryptoVac, which has money flow, Market Cipher, which in my opinion has one of the strongest money flows. Which account am I on? I think I am on the CryptoVac, but I think it's the. Give me a second. Yeah, money strength indicator. This is one. So it shows money strength, basically. So as this is coming down, you can see money strength is building and building and building and building and building, and then it finally just like just blows to the roof. So there's all kinds of money indicators out there that you could use. Confluence, you know, to make sure that money flow is looking strong. Your trend is looking strong. EMAs, you can use like super trend. Super trend is your friend into the end. I think I'm the only one who says that because I just made it up. Remove drawings. So you could use super trend, right? Like you can see this would be a good section to buy. Right, you kind of get this section where it turns off, where it's like, yeah, we're kind of dumping a little bit, and it's like, oh no, we're good. Okay. You can use, you know, super trend on a high time frame to kind of get your buys and sells. I know this has buys and sells, but I really use this for like, you know, just trend indication. But it's a pretty powerful one. It's free. So yeah, when it comes to algorithmic trading, you really need to establish the trend, right? You need to decide on your trigger, which we went over this a little bit last week too. So, and then I really just like money flow confluence of some sort. I'm sure some people could use like volume, you know, and different things. You know, Trader's Reality. Visible range volume profile. You know, there's just all kinds of stuff you can use, you know, for this. I think we're getting a little busy here. It's just so you could use, you know, like vector candles are really powerful. You know, you just kind of understand volume and, you know, where volume has been strong, you know, where price might actually retrace back to. So daily open, psychological lows and highs, and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of different things. You know, this one has the 50 EMA. I believe this is the cloud is the 50 EMA. and you know, he can make you know, trades off of that. Usually I use this more of like, I'm looking for, you know, retests, you know, like if we break below, I'll look for an actual like pump up, pump down, and then like a retest, and you know, maybe this would be the retest, and then I would long, you know, as long as we stay above, and I would just keep my stop loss below the 50 EMA, things like that. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do. So, man, what do I use for a trigger? That's a really big question. Usually I'd come down to 612, you know, and then this is where you can start to use like market cipher blood diamonds, you know, looking for shorts. You could use you know, like even just green dot, red dots, you know, I do use those a lot. You know, like here's a green dot and green dots, and you know what's nice is when you set an alert for green dot, red dot. Okay, this has been really important to me. So let's just say I want to do greater than, right? So I want to do a green dot. What are you? Green dot. Ah, bye. Right, greater than the value of 65. Okay, I can use that as a trigger, right? And I would change this to, this says indicator, but I would change that to signal, which you guys know you can get from the portal. And you know, once per bar close is usually what I choose, because I actually want it to not flash, right? Because the momentum may pull real hard and it'll flash me a green dot, and then it kind of like dies back out on the same candle, and then it just drops. Okay, once per bar you'll get that green dot as soon as it appears on the chart. It sends the alert. Okay, so yeah, not really a fan of doing it that way. What else do I use a lot? You could use money flow crosses. Okay, as soon as the money flow crosses the zero line, you could have that go into a long. Now of course you're running confluence on higher time frames, you're running confluence on momentum, you know, you're not just like, oh, I'll take every single money flow. So yeah, you can look up other indicators, right? Like, you know, there's other buy sell indicators actually that you can use. You know, you could come in here and like, you know, let's look up a buy sell, but these Gaussian channels, you know, can be pretty powerful too. You can come down here, there's a bunch of stuff. You know, you could start looking at these EMA buy and sells. You could look at trend buy and sells. There's a one for Forex. There's scalping indicators. There's super trends buy and sells. There's all kinds of things, right? That's actually not a bad one, right? If I come down here and I say super trend, boom, here's the squeeze momentum lazy bear, you know, indicator. But maybe I want to, when my higher time frames line up and I'm looking for an entry, maybe I'll drop to the 12 and then I'm like, boom, take it. Okay. I do believe you can still do that. You can specify multiple trading pairs in the script, yes. It has been a long time since I've done that because I run things very specific for each coin. So, but I did test it out before, and I think I put like 20 coins in and I fired it, and it just like, it just traded all 20 coins off one alert. So definitely doable. And so, yeah, so that's a lot of how I do it. It's going to be something like that. I'm not a coder. So maybe in the future that can be added to the website, you know, where you could punch it in and it would automatically drop it in for you. I think we can do that for sure. But they'll probably be a little bit down the road because we got a lot of really important things that we're working on. But yeah, I'm pretty much you could do that. See, I would trade even the Bitcoin. I would trade them separately. I tried trading them together, but sometimes BCT USDT maybe wicks a little harder, you know. So sometimes the levels are just a tidge off. Most of the time not, but I've had them be off a little bit. There you go. Bam. Thanks, Southpaw. You're the man. So that would be an example of a trigger. You know, you could do, you could use market cipher, right? When we turn from green to red, I think you can set an alert on that. I wonder if you can. I don't even know. Anyway, you might have to get a different RSI. Well, I think you would do maybe like, I would say crossing down, right? And you know, like the RSI. So it'll be oversold. So what I do a lot of times is I take this stuff, right? And I go down to the low time frames and I test it out to make sure it's exactly what I think it is inside a Pine script. Right, trigger 1, trigger 2, I believe these are the lines down here, right? So you can use those as triggers. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do as far as actually finding when you want to enter. So I kind of like clear cut green dots because I like momentum. You know, I work with momentum a lot, so I understand it very well. Bollinger Bands is another one that has been used quite a bit. So here's a Bollinger Band strategy. We don't want Bollinger Band strategy. Oh, well, there's kind of a strategy built in. So it's all kinds of stuff that you can set up for actual, like, you know, buys and sells. So this wick was just absolutely out of control. I personally think they wanted to pull the market down for healthy retracement, but I think there was a lot of shorts, so they had to like eat the shorts and then come down. What do I know? So super trend is popular. Market cipher is very popular. Buy and sell indicator. I don't even know what that is. Wow, that looks pretty aggressive. Ooh, that's aggressive. But probably adjustable, right? So under, yep, see, there's EMA length, there's start and default and multipliers, and you know, there's all kinds of stuff that you could add to this, either to make it weaker or stronger depending on what you want, right? So, you know, this is the kind of stuff you play with and figure out what is best for your strategy. I figured we would tank. I was in like a pretty epic short on a coin. I think I shorted here, shorted there, and then I shorted here, and then I moved stop loss a little too, and I think I got hit somewhere. It was on a different coin, but it wicked up real hard and it hit me. I was like, nice. Stop hunted. Yep, Bollinger Bands. So let's see. Aha. So VWAP above the zero line. So that's also one that you can work on. When it's above, it will be used to consider the confirmations and meddling if market cipher VWAP is above the zero line, right? So if we're moving above the zero, okay, so maybe we're looking to take longs. When we're pulling back, we're looking to take shorts. So Aha, this is the looking glass. The basically the 5 EMA 5. So kind of I've used this to like help smooth out, you know, the actual price. Let me see if I can find it. And you can actually, and so I'm gonna put 300 300 because I don't want to have to hunt down another indicator right now. All right, so this would be the 5 EMA, right? So I can use this to kind of like smooth out the actual price movement, and you can ignore this one here, but I can use this to kind of smooth out the price movement so you don't get the wicks and stuff. Sometimes it can help, you know, to compare it to momentum to see what's really going on. You can use other RSIs to compare. So if I went to the 1 hour, you can see this, right? And if I turn the price on, you can see how this wick kind of comes way up here. Just kind of averages things out for you a little bit and kind of gives you more of a all-around visual. Sometimes it helps me in, you know, making decisions, drawing levels. Okay. You know, like sometimes I'm just like, oh, where does this level really sit? You know, and I'm like, oh, well, it really lines up well right there. So if I drop a level here, there we go, right? And then I can kind of double check it and be like, oh yeah, price is respecting that. But to me, it potentially could be a little more accurate because you're kind of taking the wicks out of the, you know, which sometimes I put level at wicks, you know, sometimes I don't. I don't know. I just feel it in my bones. Do what feels right. So that's pretty much how I use indicators. There's just so many out there. You know, you've got Market Cipher SR. You've got Market Cipher DBSI, right? But on the 1 hour time frame, this is where Market Cipher is drawing, you know, a lot of its supports and resistances and, you know, different levels that, you know, potentially we can come back to and revisit. You can change, you know, what you've got going on. Resolution, I can do like 1 hour. There we go. See, that's a little bit more clear. So volume, MA, I can make it a little stronger. All right. So this might help me pull levels. You know, if I just don't have time, I can pull this up. I can see this is a very highly respected level right here. So if we dump right here, I could probably expect a reaction here. Probably, you know, so it really helps. And these are kind of things that you can use for the bot, right? And that's actually what I struggle with too sometimes, is coming up with one strategy and sticking to it. But I've definitely been working, you know, you guys know we've been working on stuff. So I think being able to branch out a lot in my mind has helped, but narrowing it down, I think, is what's going to take one strategy and you know, do very well with it. Next week, I would encourage you guys, hopefully Jay's not like off doing something, but I have a special stream planned. It's not the SSS, so don't get crazy about that. But I think it's really like, it's just going to be awesome. And we're going to go over some stuff I think everyone will be excited about. I'm not talking about the, you know, anything like that we're releasing or anything like that, but it'll be about strategies and it'll be specifically about bot building. And I think it'll be one of the most encouraging videos out there for us, like in our community. So that'll be awesome. So Market Cipher SR, if I want to like come down to the 12-minute and I want to scalp, you know, like look for better. There we go. There we go. Got all the levels on here. It would really help when you're scalping. Supports, resistances. Ooh, did we blow through that one, man? Look at that. Just yeah, we've talked about what we can do, different examples that we can trigger the bot. We've talked about the different indicators that are used with it. The VWAP, money flow, green and red, money flow moving up, EMA price. There's the money flow moving up. Warp switch B, we talked about that in detail. So yes, that's what we're working on. So confirmations are, you know, what you want to make sure is working, you know, in your favor. If money flows in your favor, momentum's in your favor on higher time frames, lower time frames, and you're at a level, it's probably a pretty good trade, you know. Throw some paper on it and see what happens. So let's drop that off. Let's turn that back on. So that's what I wanted to go over today. I kind of wanted to, like, you know, kind of simplify some of this stuff, but some of this stuff is like super powerful, you know. It can be used heavily. Here's the green dot, red dot entries, you know, very powerful. A lot of times this is what I use to enter, and I'm using confluence on other time frames. A lot of times, most of the time, I use like J levels, you know. I'm actually looking at J's TA and I'm like, man, thanks for doing all that hard work for me. Boop. You know, and then I put in my script and I want my confirmations depending on if it's a scalp, swing, you know, market conditions that I'm looking at, and, you know, I choose my what's going on, and then boom. So this is, we'll get into custom confirmations down the road, but this is where you can start building your own custom confirmations when you find your specific confluences that you want and you don't want just the ones that are built in. You know, we're gonna go over that probably not next week, but probably the week after, and there is a current video out there on the YouTube channel to show you. So yeah, you guys feel free to start dropping off. We're gonna cut class soon. I'm gonna hang out just for a few minutes and answer just some, you know, questions if anybody's got any. And appreciate you guys being here, man. Everything's going really well. I really thought we were going to dump harder than this. I know we're dumping, but I really thought it... I'm not going to lie. I thought we were going to kind of come up and then just like... whoop, and then just... I thought we were going to be like gone, but we are kind of hanging in there a little bit. I don't know if we're going to get another... where we're going to get, but... you can use whatever confirmations you want. I would talk with Southpaw and some of the other guys in the Discord about how they trade the J levels, because that's where I really do the best. And I'm pretty much doing the same exact thing that they are. And it works well. It just may be your style. Maybe there's something you could make custom. Yeah, I felt that way too, and I know that using the bot for me, it has filtered me out of good trades, but it's filtered out more bad trades than good ones by far. And it's just allowed me to be a lot more successful and less attentive to the market. And that's really important to me, you know, to not have to be sitting here in front of a screen constantly making decisions. I can plan my trades, set my trades, and for the most part I can just walk away and know that in the long run, you know, it's gonna work. So but yeah, Jay's levels are good, man, for sure. Just wait for those, wait for the right confirmations. If it's CDWs or whatever they are, you know, I would just wait for it and make sure it's all good. You guys check this wiki out, man, under your bot portals. You know, it's right here. We do have some other stuff to go over, like the new close signals here, right? And some other things, but yeah, I'm just trying to stay on task and, you know, teach what, you know, was planned, and, you know, things are moving really fast, but it's really awesome. Yeah, you know what? I mean, sometimes missing the CDW is fine, you know. A lot of times I don't enter on the wicks. Sometimes I catch the wicks dead on, you know. I know this was a psycho wick right here. I probably would have gotten wicked out of this trade if I had been in it, depending on the level. You know, but when I see stuff like this where it just revs up and then just revs down, I mean, this is obviously a long trap. You know, they're trying to build the illusion of the bull flag. Look at this bull flag, everybody long. Squash, you know. So but yeah, sometimes you don't have to catch the wicks, you know. Sometimes you can just get in and know that the level is going to come down. You know, you can come up and get a retest of the level. So sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. You know, like here, if you know, if you miss the CDW, but you got in here, it's still plenty of opportunity to take profit and secure your trade. You know, at least you wouldn't have like had to ride the wick. I mean, that's a lot of room. That's 2.5%. So even if you'd gotten in here, that's still 2%. So you don't have to ride the wick. That's why there's a wick, because there's not that many people on there. You know, the majority, you know, are not in these wicks. So, well, sometimes I guess when they trap traders. Sometimes I feel bad when I see something like this and I'm like, oh, there's $20 million in longs trapped. And as soon as I see that, man, I'm like, I'm going short. You know, and then you usually get a really strong pullback, and then this, and then you get this crazy thing here. I don't know what this is, market manipulation. And then you get the actual pull down. Yeah. This is where Exo Charts is powerful, because you can actually scroll in and see what the volume is. So, but another thing here, what I'm seeing is money flow's coming down. Price went up. It's gotta be a divergence here, and I feel bad for everybody who longed right here, thinking we're going to the moon. But money flow's not telling us that. You know, momentum, it's... Or Switch B wouldn't have measured this, but my eyeballs see this, you know? Or Switch B can't see everything. But that's telling me we coming down hard, but... Yeah. Constantly have that feeling. Usually if I feel like the 12 minutes like my favorite, that's like my go-to. For sure. I don't feel like there's a lot of lag for me specifically. If you're feeling like it's laggy for you, you know, you could just drop to the 6 minute. You know, you're definitely getting a more, you know, quicker look. I mean, a lot of times when it hits the levels, you know, I know Jay, you know, sometimes we'll come to the 1 minute, you know, look at the money flow and everything on the 1 minute, you know, when we're actually touching the level, you know, because you can get this build up and then you can see the money flow starting to come down, but we're still up, and then get a pullback. So drop to the 1 second for no lag. I've actually botted the 1 second. Not on a real account though. I mean, I paper trade anyway. But yeah, look at this. Look at that drop. Oh, if I just traded on this diamond, I'd be rich. Look at this. and make money. 0.03% cash all the way. You know, I mean, I've been down to the 30-second and 15-second to look at money flow. But even then, sometimes I feel like it's not quite as reliable. It's not as smooth, you know, as like the 1 minute where you're kind of getting this like, oh, this big pump, and then we're starting to come down, and then it goes. But 12 minutes my favorite, and I'm usually playing off of levels off of much higher time frames. So, all right, guys, I'm getting ready to drop the stream. It's been a good class. It was kind of a fast one tonight. I mean, I guess it was a little over an hour. It's not bad. But spend some time in this wiki, man. This thing is awesome. These guys put I could have never done this. This is way too much attention to detail for me. I'm an emotional trader who feels the market. It's terrible. Make decisions off of, you know, YouTube thumbnails. Just kidding. Yeah, you guys have a good one. Next week, check it out. Check it out. If everything goes to plan, I have a backup plan if it doesn't, but which is okay. But if it goes to plan, I think it's going to be super encouraging to everybody. And I think it's going to add a lot of excitement to the community. So, all right, guys, we will see you later. Out of nowhere, came out of nowhere to ask one last question. Is there a way to set those triggers on multiple indicators from a TV chart? I mean, yeah, that's what we do, you know? You can set any trigger to any indicator, to any blood diamond, any green dot on the A, green dot on the B, money flow, momentum, you know? I'm not exactly sure what you mean. So, I mean, you could do buy sells, you could do whatever. But out of nowhere, I saw you. I didn't want to like leave you hanging. I was getting ready to shut the stream off, but if you're in our Discord, I'm trying to remember if I've seen your name. You can, you know, ask around and, you know, see what's going on. I mean, technically, yeah, you could if you wanted to. In the same chart, I mean, I could set up as many alerts on this blood diamond as I want. You know, that's gonna send indicators, it could send scripts, it could, you know, yeah, if that's what it works for you. I mean, this account has 314 alerts. You know, most of them are, you know, set up on each different individual chart. So you could set up, you know, an alert here, alert here, alert here. I hope I'm answering your question. But I'm out. Excuse me, I'm out, guys. Have a great night. Out of nowhere, hit us up in the Discord, man, if I didn't answer it. And we'll try and get you hooked up. All right, later.